Short Answers to Common Objections Against Religion by Father Mgr de Segur. 31st Objection. God has foreseen from all eternity whether I shall be saved or lost. I may do what I will. I cannot change my destiny. Answer. Suppose your wife were to say to you, "My dear, God has foreseen from all eternity whether you will dine today or not. I may do what I will. It will happen as God has foreseen. I go therefore to take a promenade, and your dinner will prepare itself as it may." Or, if one of your children were to say, "My dear Papa, God has foreseen from all eternity whether I shall work today or play the truant. Do what I will, I cannot change my destiny, so I will go and amuse myself instead of going to school." I think you would not be puzzled to reply to them, and especially to bring them to reason. What you would reply to your wife and child, I will now reply to you. The foreknowledge of God does not destroy our liberty, and although our feeble reason cannot thoroughly solve this great mystery, it still knows enough about it to be certain of its truth. 1. First, we have all an inward conviction, in spite of all arguments, all sophistries, that we are free in all our resolutions. I feel in writing these lines that it depends on my will to place one word here instead of another, to continue or to break off my work, etc. You who are reading, you feel, and nothing can convince you to the contrary, that it depends on yourself whether to read this book or close it, to sing or to be silent, to rise or to remain seated, etc. You and I, then, are free agents. 2. In the second place, is it as difficult, really, as it appears to reconcile our moral liberty with the foreknowledge of God? I do not think it is, and I only see it in a question of words. We measure God by our standard. We speak of Him as of ourselves. We invest Him in our minds with our weaknesses, and thereby create for ourselves chimerical difficulties. There is not, to say truth, any prescience in God. Prescience or foresight is to see beforehand, to see what will one day happen. To foresee is to suppose a future not yet arrived. Now there is neither future nor succession of time with God, but an eternal and immutable present. The past and future exist only for finite beings subject to change. We, human creatures, foresee, but that is just one of the imperfections of our being. God, the perfect being, sees. He does not foresee. He sees us act. Now, I never heard of anyone saying that the actual knowledge that God possesses of our actions was in any way a restraint on our liberty. Very well, my friend, God has no other but that. This appears to me very simple, very easy to comprehend. There now only remains the mystery of God's eternity and immutability, or rather, the mystery of His existence. But who would ever be mad enough to say, "I refuse to believe in God because I cannot comprehend the infinite"? Use then your liberty under the eye of a merciful God, who will render to every man according to his works.